Hello, we are here at IoT Tech Expo in Berlin. It's been a pretty busy day and the show is actually already over. I just wanted to show you quickly the floor down here. There's plenty of booths and stands of different companies. Nobody's here anymore. It's going on 7 p.m. and it was pretty crowded earlier today, but by now not anymore. Lots of, interestingly enough, when you look at those booths, there's lots of smaller companies here, lots of startups, lots of small European-based companies that focus on IoT software, IoT security. Very nice mix, also co-located this year with blockchain and the AI conference. I actually didn't have a lot of time today to go through all of these stands today because I was in the connected industry track, and I just quickly wanted to share with you some of the highlights from there. Specifically, I was leading one of the panels on predictive maintenance. I thought it was super interesting. I had only users of predictive maintenance, which is very rare. I had someone from Konica Minolta, someone from Volvo Construction Equipment, and someone from Rotec, which is a Russian conglomerate that's holding companies like Sulzer or Schmolz and Bickenbach. And the interesting part was there were a few things. So one of the things they were all saying, they have done several pilots in terms of predictive maintenance. Volvo Construction Equipment, for example, now said they are scaling. They've scaled to 5,000 equipment types of 5,000 pieces of equipment that are now have a predictive maintenance service that customers are actually using. The lady was talking about how difficult it was, how easy it was to say we do a proof of technology concept, but the importance of doing a proof of value concept also for their dealers and for their customers, which helped them a lot. There was a question about return on investment, which neither of them could throw out a number in terms of return on investment, but they all basically said this is one of the most important initiatives. The guy from Rotec, Sergey, he talked about how it saved them $50 million in an instant. And then the lady from Volvo was also saying that it's part of a larger analytics investment, so you can't actually do a single ROI, but all of them really agreed how important it is for their company and how much value it's bringing to their customers. Interestingly, there was a discussion about data ownership. That's number 3. I want to talk about data ownership. Obviously, data ownership seems to be a different topic for a company like Konica Minolta, where they say, well, we basically the customer is already giving us that data, so we have the ownership of that data. The customer, by purchasing our printers and the kind of things that they are producing, the customer is giving us that data and we own it. Whereas the lady from Volvo was going exactly the opposite direction, saying, well, our customers often don't want us to own the data, and so we don't. They all agree that it's internally for them about the processes and about aligning all the different departments around these new things, which are, and that we did talk about pay-per-use models, and even though they don't have it yet, they're all working on it. So I'm looking for it. I mean, in one of our reports, we recently highlighted that there are not many right now, but a lot of people talk about it. So they were asserting that they are working on it. And apart from the pay-per-use, they were all talking about how they're doing more and more and more analytics, how that is the next big thing. So those were some of the takeaways from that panel. I thought it was very interesting. One more, sorry. There was a question of how you can use a predictive maintenance solution in one industry or for one use case, and how you can adapt it to another one. The answer was very clear from all of them. You cannot adapt from one industry to another. You cannot adapt from one use case to another because the analytics are so different, because you have to have so many different variables, or because you're optimizing for a totally different type of equipment. Yeah, I thought that was very interesting as well. Had a few other interesting discussions and also presentations, but I can't talk about it too much because there was a lot of back and forth. Yeah, I mean, for more information, I will keep you up to date with the upcoming conferences. I have a couple of weeks off now before the next one, so back to the office, digesting everything we learned here today, and then hopefully out with a couple of new reports. The next one will be the list of IoT platforms renewed, so we're hoping that we can publish that very soon. We are at the final touches right now. Stay tuned and see you soon. Bye-bye.